I'm going to give you 3 different automations that you could use inside of Google My Business, which is perfect for business owners, especially service-based business owners that receive a lot of reviews and are very heavy on SEO and taking in traffic through Google. In these 3 automations, I'm going to be teaching you first how you could do automatic posting, automatic replies, and then how you could take a bad review and then use it to send an email to your client that tells them what the bad review was, how you could address this and move forward so you don't get these reviews again. It kind of gives an analysis of what needs to be done in the business. So these are 3 effective automations that you could package together and actually resell. People are doing Google My Business automations for upwards of $90 to $300 per month. And all you got to do is just set up this automation one time and that's it, you're done. So with that, I'm going to give you a speed run of what these automations look like. But before I do that, I want to mention that you can get every single one of these automations that I'm going to show you inside of the AI Alliance. The AI Alliance is my own personal community. All you got to do is just join, press classrooms. Inside the automations here, you're going to be receiving the blueprint as well as any additional resource that I used. So you can copy and paste this directly into make.com, your automation platform, and then get this up and running in seconds. Along with this, I got hundreds of more different automations that you could use. I also have cheat sheets when it comes to voice agents, chatbots, creating your own content, prompt engineering, autonomous marketing, AI workforce, etc. The list goes on. So if you're interested in learning anything AI, join the AI Alliance, get all these automations for free. And on top of that, you get a bunch of different blueprints taught by myself and Wix, which is my AI clone. But with that out of the way, let's do a speed run of these automations and how they work and how you can utilize them. The first one is connecting Instagram to Google My Business. This automation is extremely simple. It's stupid simple, matter of fact. All you're gonna do is you're gonna wait for a new post on Instagram. When somebody posts on Instagram, we're gonna make sure that that has an image. If an image exists, we're then going to post it on Google My Business. That's it, it's that easy. Instagram post goes out, put it on Google My Business. This is really good because the more you post on Google My Business, the better your SEO is. So it's important to be active on GMB, but a lot of people don't go on Google My Business and upload onto there. So if we're talking about like a bakery or something, and the bakery posts a picture of a cute little picture in the bakery, we'll take that image and we'll put it on Google My Business. Very effective for certain businesses and insanely easy to set up. The next automation for Google My Business is another super simple automation. All you're gonna do is you're gonna watch for reviews, right? You're gonna set your time here to check maybe once a day. Let's say we check once a day, which is right here. So we check once a day, we see if there's any reviews. If there is a review above 4 stars, we're then gonna automatically reply to that review saying, thank you for the great review and feedback. If it's a good review, which is 4 stars and above, we're then gonna automatically respond to that review in a positive light. So we're gonna say, thank you for that review. We appreciate your business. Here's a promo code. I don't know, something. If it's a bad review, we're then going to take that review and we are going to respond to it saying, sorry for this experience. Please email our customer support team so we can make this right. Something along those lines. We could also put GPT modules in here. We could put little GPT modules in order to say, auto respond to this review showing gratuity. And then we could put another one here saying, auto respond to this review apologizing for the services. Those GPT modules could always be added based on your client's needs, but this is just gonna be an automatic reply. Once we automatically reply to this, we're then going to upload a Notion, which looks like this, that says, here's the person's name, here's how many stars they left us, here's the feedback, here's the auto response that we left. Once again, the auto response can always be generated by AI if you want to. And then here's the review date. We then give the option for a chart so they could see what the reviews look like coming in from like a visual standpoint. And then a calendar so we could see what person left what review on what day. Very effective tool that you could completely white label and send over to your client, just showing them what's going on inside their Google business. You could also even send a follow-up email inside of this automation. So this automation is super flexible. A bunch of things you could add here. You could add an email on the end of it or a WhatsApp message saying exactly what happened and how you auto-replied. You could add a GPT module which customizes the responses back to Google Business. So there's the auto-reply. People will pay for this because they first want to know exactly what's going on in their business and they don't want to have to deal with manually responding to these people. So if you could automatically respond to them or respond with AI, people will pay for that. And the last automation I want to show you here is going to be watching for reviews. If there is a bad review, we are then going to create a complete document that says, here's the bad review. Here's what we need to do moving forward. Here's where we need to tighten operations. Here's how we could prevent this from ever happening again. We're then going to take that review, put it into a document. That document will be this template. Once this template is filled out, it's gonna look something like this. And you could deliver this directly into your client's email. So just imagine you're my client and you run an e-commerce store. And you don't check Google My Business because a lot of business owners don't, especially when it comes to e-com. It's kind of an underwhelming task. So what we're gonna do is we're going to take the review that just came in. We're gonna create a document for you and we're gonna send it to your email. I then receive an email that says, hey, this is the review you just got. Click the document attached to this to see the full report. You then click on this and then it says, hey, there was a late delivery issue. This person ordered a product a week ago. They even got expedited shipping. It still hasn't arrived. They gave you 1 star. Here's a nice little image to even show the frustration they're seeing. They give you a summary. What's the root cause, the impact of this? Here's the action steps. We need to investigate what happened there. Create automated alert systems. Upsell, improve customer service responses, offer a refund, and then here's the tone and empathy and things along those lines. This is always customizable too, but if you were a client of mine and you were paying me $97 a month for this, I would consider this money well spent. This is optimizing your business based on the reviews that you're getting. I think that this is an extremely sellable product for a super easy setup. And once again, that setup is just gonna be a timer of maybe, let's say, once a day. We check Google My Business. We then run through a GPT module, creating a plan of action. We create a title for this, which is going to be put inside of our Google Doc here. If you've never used a template inside of make.com, all you're gonna do is go inside of your Google Doc, create this exactly. You could actually find this in the link below if you're inside the AI Alliance. So you can copy and paste this. From there, you're gonna be putting in double brackets, title, name, review, stars, and report. Come back here. You see, you just plug and play. Here's the title. We go down to the title, report. We're down to the report, or the plan of action, stars, comment, review, etc. That then creates a Google Doc. We then download that Google Doc based on the document ID, which can be found right here. And then we send an email to client. We need to use HTML tags here because it's kind of annoying. It doesn't just do raw data. You're gonna have to do a bunch of weird tags. So throw your tags in there and then attach your document, which you could do just by clicking this. And you're done. Your automation is all set up. Now you have a client that's gonna get complete reports based on bad reviews that they get. On top of that, you can mix these together by creating a Notion database, an Airtable database, tracking all of these reviews, tracking the files that you sent inside of this database. You could send it through more large language models to submit more reports. There's a bunch of things you could add on top of this, don't get me wrong, but this is going to be the fundamentals. It's gonna get you started with adding on top of that and creating your services. Before I jump into any of this, I would like to mention that connecting your Google My Business account is going to require a client ID and a secret ID. I'm gonna attach a video as well on how you could do this, especially how you could do this for your client. You wanna send your client a video on how they can get you this information. Once they get you that information, you're all set. You could access their account and then you could run these automations on their behalf. With that, let's jump into the automations here. So with that, those are the 3 best GMB automations that you could directly put inside of someone's business to completely revolutionize the way that they see reviews, as well as uploads into their accounts. So this will automate the whole process for businesses, and for that, they'll pay you a whole lot of money for it. If you want to pursue this, find your niche, go and attack that niche, provide value for free because this automation is very simple and extremely cheap to build. From there, you could build a business off of these 3 automations alone. So go ahead, give these 3 automations a try. Go inside the AI Alliance so you could copy and paste these directly into your Make.com account, and I will see you guys inside the AI Alliance.